I'm Dr. Mark Kaufman. In 2012, I had a dream from the Lord. And in that dream, I revisited the dream about 4 or 5 times throughout the night. In the dream, I was standing and I could see cars as far as the eye could see. And I turned to my right and I looked, and there was an 18-wheeler that was loaded with boxes of food. And young men in my church were unloading the truck and putting them in the trunks of the cars. I could sense the presence of God behind me, and I asked the Lord, what is this? He says, son, this is the Now Project, nourishing others' well-being. As I looked out, I saw there was Mercedes-Benz and there was Escalades, and I saw people that I knew that were wealthy people, that had jobs, had money. I said, Lord, I don't understand. I said, is this a lack of food? He says, no, it's a lack of money. He took me immediately into a grocery store, and there was a few shelves that were empty, but the shelves were full, so I realized this was not a lack of food, it was a lack of money. The Lord told me then, he said, son, I'm going to give you and your people a Joseph ministry, and you will feed the people in the coming days. There are storms that are coming, in which people will be desperate for food. Well, here we are, and the pandemic hit. COVID-19 came this early March of 2020, and I remember I was sitting in our family room, and I asked the Lord, what can we do to make a difference? The Lord asked me this question. He said, son, what's in your house? Well, I began to think and take inventory, and then it finally came to me that my wife and I, that we own 2 flower shops. I said, I have flowers. So I told my wife, what we're going to do is we are going to bless the residents of all 8 nursing homes in our city, because they're shut in during this time and family can't visit them, friends can't come and spend time in the room. So we made bouquets for over 800 residents over the next 3-week period. When we finished that, we were so moved by what God was doing and the momentum that was created. I said, Lord, what's next? The next thing we did, we wanted to bless all those that were quarantined in the housing projects, 420 families. What we did, it was very exciting. We bought games, Life, Monopoly, Scrabble, and every family got a game that they could enjoy and come together as a family during the quarantine and spend quality time together. After that was done, we realized there was a great need for food. So what we did, we had got our first 18-wheeler, and we had 1 box per car, and we were excited to do that, but God began to favor us. All of a sudden, we began to find that we were able to get food and dairy products from several different sources. Now here we are just about 3.5 months later, and we are feeding over 3,000 families a month in our community. They come from New York, they come from Ohio, they come from as far as Erie and Pittsburgh just to get food. Some get them for 2 and 3 families. Now we're not giving 1 box away, we're giving 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes away. We're giving frozen meals for the children. Within is dairy, and we also have dry goods and produce, fruit and vegetables, and we have meat boxes that are coming in a few weeks. And this thing has grown to the point that now we've been able to touch so many lives in our community. The most important thing, it's been an opportunity to demonstrate the love of God. You know, I remember the first time that we did this, and I was standing with my wife and we were ready to release the cars to start loading the trunks, and I remember that dream. And I was standing there and I was living the dream at that moment. It's because as far as my eyes could see, as far as I could see, there was cars lined up. They were lined up in 2 lanes. They went back a whole mile. This past week we served and we put food in over 600 cars. This month alone, we'll be giving over 300,000 pounds of food away. It's amazing what God has done and how He's blessed us and allowed us to be the stewards of this wonderful Now Project and blessing the people of our region. It's amazing because recently we had a phone call from Ben Roethlisberger and his wife from the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they saw what we were doing and they wanted to join us, and they did this past Wednesday, July the 22nd. And Ben came with his wife, and Vance McDonald and his wife, and there was other members of the Steelers organization come and participated. It was a wonderful event as we blessed so many people in this community. We're so pleased to say that we had a need for a refrigerator truck, and one of the elders in our church, the Turbos family, had purchased a 28-foot long refrigerator truck. Now we have beautiful signage on the side. the Now Project. We're watching what God is doing and how we've been the recipients of the favor of God, and we have the ability now to touch so many lives. We're excited about the coming days because now we're looking for a warehouse. We're looking for the opportunity to be able to put refrigeration in there and be open 6 days a week to be able to meet the needs of the people in this community. This pandemic has been a birthing time. We've had the opportunity to bring dreams to pass. So we're so thankful for what God has done, and I want to thank each and every one who's participated. So many people have sown money into this project. I think one of the most incredible things is all the product that we are receiving. All the product that we are receiving at this time is given to us. We don't have to pay for one single box. We got the bills. They showed us the bills of what it would cost for all the food this past week. It was over $70,000 wholesale in food. In a grocery store, it would be way over $100,000. So we're grateful for what God has done. This is an opportunity for God to demonstrate His glory. One more thing that we have done is we've been able to allow our intercessors and our people come together and to be able to go through the line of cars as they're waiting, and we've prayed for people, praying for families, ministering to them, to their needs, praying for the sick, encouraging and strengthening people. This is the church of the 21st century. We have to be a Wallace church. It was this past year, 2019, in December, the Lord told me to tell my people, I'm going to commission my people in 2019, and it will not be by the hand of man, but by the hand of the Holy Ghost. We had no idea that when COVID-19 came, that we would be a Wallace church and God would thrust us right out in the midst of society and allow us to be commissioned to be able to fulfill this wonderful dream that God gave me 8 years ago called the Now Project. We're so honored that we can have our young people come along and participate in this, and they're teaching how to serve and how to be able to minister and how to be able to be a part of something beyond the four walls of the church and make a difference, being salt and light in their society. I want to thank you for watching this video. I want to thank everybody who has contributed in any way, whether you're a volunteer, whether you have donated money to the Now Project. I wish to thank you, and I'm looking forward to what God will do in and through each and every one of us in the coming days. I want you to have a God-favored day.